Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. Reality, spirituality. It's a new experience. Reality, spirituality. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one, man. Reality, spirituality. You got a question for RLN? Reality, spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Reality, spirituality. Oh, now we get real. Reality, spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get down. Reality, spirituality. Yeah, you're gonna feel good now. Real good.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Reality Spirituality, the last show of 2014. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because who knows? I might be inspired to schedule another show before the new year ends. And that's one of the things I wanted to share today. Oh, Jesus, I always get into the show topic before I get into the intro. Write that down. Welcome to Reality Spirituality. I'm your host, Rebecca Lynn Norrington, and this show is about everyday life, connecting you, connecting me, connecting us to the universe in every moment. Not just those moments where we're meditating, not just those moments where we are in reflection. I mean, every single moment, from the moment you wake up to stepping outside, going to, if you have a job or whatever it is, you're at the grocery store, you're at the gas station, you're talking to coworkers, your relatives, parents, children, loved ones. Reality Spirituality, this show is about every single moment living connected. What the hell does that mean? That means that we are living consciously. We are living mindfully in every moment. There is not one time where, well, listen, I'm talking about an intention here. I'm not talking about I have it 100%. But there is, and this is about practice. There is not one time. Actually, I'm telling you, I've been practicing being conscious, living consciously for years now, and I must say, pat on my back, that I've got, even when I'm a little irritated, annoyed, get a little ticked off, I'm doing it consciously. In other words, I don't get into this, well, gee, I just got angry and then I spewed all these words out. No, my behaviors now are all conscious. Listen, one of the things that I want to summarize, just quickly go over 2014 and share with you the high points, the things that are sticking with me, the behaviors, the perspectives that have really have really expanded my happiness. This show is about experiencing more happiness in every moment of your life. In other words, today, yes, 6 months from now, I can say I will even be more at peace, more settled, more knowing, just feeling this connection. And for me, this has been a journey. I don't know about you, but the journey, I'm also going to get to my callers, because one of the things I want to invite everyone is to call in and share your intentions for 2015. And before I have a full queue here, before I get to all my callers, I just want to share with you that a lot of the things that I believed, a lot of the things that I learned, a lot of the behaviors that I demonstrated are either no longer with me or have evolved into something different. Specifically, I have to say that one of my biggest challenges, if you've listened to the show, one of my biggest challenges is my relationship with my mother. And the only reason why it's a challenge, and this has been like a theme for the whole year of 2014, the only reason why it has been challenging is because I have not, again, all of my answers, all of my questions, all of my solutions, all of my problems can all be found in the mirror. All of them, every single one. So one of the reasons that my relationship with my mother was so, quote, challenging, and it's really hard to, it's not hard. I'm used to admitting it's all my fault anyway. I'm just used to admitting it. But one of the things is because I don't accept her. I don't accept all of her little funny things that she says. I don't accept her view of the world. I don't accept the way she's handling her business, her life, her affairs. I mean, do I need to go on? It's all because I don't accept her. And honestly, my dear audience, whenever you are struggling with any person, I don't care how close they are, mother, son, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, doesn't matter. The only reason why, and you can challenge me on this, you challenge me, the only reason why is because I don't accept that other person. So this 2015, my intention for 2015 is just asking the universe, how can I accept people more? And really with that, and I've talked about it a long time, is accepting myself. Because if I have a hard time accepting others, it's only because I'm not accepting self. Let me go to my first caller here because I don't want to miss anyone. It's a very special show today, and you are on live Reality Spirituality. What is your first name? Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, my name is James.
Is what?
My name is James.
James. Hi, James. Welcome to the show. What's going on with James?
I guess I'm asking the universe for a good relationship, and if the universe can help me move somewhere else.
You know what? Okay, you brought up two really, really good circumstances, and let's deal with them one by one. Which one do you want first? You want the move first, or you want the relationship first? It doesn't matter. We're going to touch them.
The relationship first.
Relationship first, of course. Have you called in before?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just checking because I have a lot of repeat callers, and I try to remember voices, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I want to welcome you, and so tell me what you want in a relationship, James. Tell me what you.
I guess somebody that will love me for who I am, and somebody that I could talk about with everything. And I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. But I do believe in God and Jesus. I just don't believe in church. So I would like to meet somebody that is open-minded like I am.
Okay. I like it already. Now, you said something about you want to be able to meet somebody like you are.
Yeah.
And you want somebody to love you and accept you, correct? Just with everything, with all of your little idiosyncrasies. You want someone to love
all the little flaws or the little tiny flaws.
Yeah. Well, let me say something, a couple of things. Number one, there are no flaws. There's no such thing as a flaw. Absolutely. You have no flaws, my dear James. You get an A+. And the reason why I say that is one of my things is for me to be the physical example of the universe. And God and the universe looks at you, and do you think that the universe sees flaws in you?
No. There
you go. So
I think I think that God created me the way He wanted me to be.
Exactly. And I have to say that you also signed off on this experience, this journey, and this life. You signed off on it before you got here. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Okay, good. So what has happened, and I'm just going to speak for myself too, but what happened to me is I learned a lot of man-made concepts. I learned a lot of man-made beliefs, and that is, I'm flawed, or I need to work on this, or I need to change something, I need to change this or change that. And I have to say that there is nothing you need to work on. There is nothing that is flawed in you. And even more importantly, okay, this is gonna put your seatbelt on this one, okay? You ready? Seatbelt on?
Yes.
I like you already. You're so open. The most important relation, in my opinion, and of course that's the only opinion that counts here, in my opinion, the most important relationship that you can nurture, that you can go to, that you can embrace and you can feel, is your relationship with the universe, with God, with whatever you want to call it, with spirit, with the energy that creates worlds. And I say that because, let me just share, when I was younger, I would long to find someone to share all of this stuff with.
Yeah, me too.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I'm sharing, and what I've discovered, James, is these people, these humans, I love them all. Well, try to accept them all. There is always something that these humans will do to disappoint me, or will maybe criticize me, or it's very, very.
That happened all my life. Being disrespected by people, or for me, I guess I would meet people, and even when I wanted to go out with girls, some ladies I picked the wrong one because I would be trying to help them. You know what I mean? Like I was in.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. Are you a people pleaser also?
In a way, but I actually stopped. I actually ended some friendships over that, and you know what I mean. Like I a people pleaser in a way, but I got people out of my life because some of them were too much into taking advantage and.
Well, let me say something. Let me say, because you said a few things, and you're touching on so many interesting points, talking about taking advantage. No one can take advantage of you. We all know this, but let me just remind you, no one can take advantage of you. One of the hardest, for me, things that I had to learn to do is just to say no. But I have to add, say no with love. And
I know.
Then I have to add these other two words. It's like, no, thank you. It's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Well, why? Because I just don't. No, thank you. Because and there's you don't have to give any kind of excuses or reasons either. But
didn't you ever have to get angry sometimes when you say no, thank you, or no, and then like there's certain people that wouldn't take no for an answer, and then sometimes I had to be forceful about a no, and then some people don't take no for an answer, so I would have to just close the door to them and not be around them anymore.
Okay, well, I understand exactly what you're saying. I really, really do. But I can say this, my dear, is that I can say no thank you with love, and the way I say it and the vibration that I'm delivering it, people accept it. And if they don't, and if they get angry or their whatever their behavior is really not my concern. It's really not. Let me throw out a few things. These relationships with these people, number one, it's not that serious. When you get angry, anytime you're getting angry, in reality, you are really hurting yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you know, then let's do a little. Let's change the perspective, because you said something about saying no, and then people, don't take no for an answer. Let's look at that another way. In other words, you have a lot of perspectives, but I want you to start practicing shifting your perspective to your perspectives in a way that you're going to feel good about what's going on, as opposed to feeling bad or feeling angry about what's going on. Can you explain exactly what you just told me about people not taking no for an answer? Can you look at that another way?
I guess like how you were saying about how it's not people taking advantage, it's me having to be stronger and stop letting people taking advantage of me.
Well, no, it really has nothing to do with being stronger, because stronger isn't. It's actually being more loving and more accepting. Because these people, let me say something. These people, you don't have to be stronger. You just have to be more loving. Because no one can argue and no one can fight with and no one can get angry when all you're giving them is love. It actually stops people in their tracks, showing and giving and really meaning that, loving this energy and this vibration. I mean, it is talking about cutting somebody with a knife. They don't know what to do when all you offer them is love. Everybody knows what to do when you offer anger, or you get mad, or I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I mean, that's what the world is. That's the world revolves around, that kind of. But when you really start throwing love at people, I mean, real love. And let me talk about these other people.
Believe me, I love. I know what love is. I love a lot of people, and I love a lot of people.
Well, do you love people regardless of what they do to you or what they say to you?
Yeah, I love a lot of people. I did have to end a friendship that I had from this summer, though, a couple weeks ago, because, the guy was just, he was just too much trouble. No, okay. He was too much trouble. I don't want to go into. He was just too much trouble, and for me, I was warned in the summertime when he moved into where I lived, because he moved into my apartment building, and I was warned by this one lady who knows me, says he looks trouble. Don't hang out with him, Jimmy. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't take advice from people who love me and tell me something, and I learn the hard way.
Well, let me leave you with this, James. Let me leave you with this, because you are open and you are receptive to what I'm saying.
Yes.
What I really would like you to do is practice this. When you be mindful, and when you're be mindful of adding other people in your conversation, or other people in your thoughts, or other people in your head. You are, from the little I've talked to you, and I'm saying this with all the love I can, it's a lot about other people.
Yes.
You talk about other people, you get angry at other people, you have to end relationships with other people, and it's really not about that. And the more you go circle around these other people, you're really missing the real message that the universe has for you. And the message is, it's about looking at that person in the mirror and being more accepting of you, more open and loving of you.
Okay. No, I hear you. I understand.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
I understand. It's also me too, you know.
It's not also you. It's not also you. It's all you.
Well, yeah, it's all me. You know, I just have to, like, when I make friends, I have to be more careful on who I meet.
No, that's not it. That's not it. It's not when you make friends you have to be more careful. No, that's not it. What you and just forgive me for being so abrupt, but I just have to get down to the truth. It's about being your friend. Being James' friend, being your friend first. And it's nothing to do with other people at all. None of it. None of this life. It's you and the universe and your relationship with the universe.
Oh, okay. Well, I do talk to the universe, and somebody was telling me, like, if you don't have something.
No. See, now you're already talking about somebody else.
No. I'm saying for myself, like, what I mean is, like, if you don't have something, you thank the universe for something that you don't have, even if you don't have it already.
No.
Well, I don't know. One of my psychic friends told me, if you don't have something, you ask the universe, they say thank you for something that you don't have. Even if you don't have it. Okay,
well,
I don't know. I mean, that's what.
Well, listen. Let me just say this. I totally get what you're saying. Asking the universe for something that you don't have, or feeling or thanking the universe for something that you don't have. This is what I believe, James, and I'm gonna wrap. This is what I believe.
Oh.
I believe that whatever I have and whatever I don't have, I'm going to be happy about it. I'm going to be satisfied, because it's really not my plan. My plan is, in other words, I have control over a few things. I do not have control over what's going to happen, because, quite honestly, and a lot of people are told that, ask and visualize and get the vibration that you already have it, and I totally get that. But the universe has designed a plan, designed a life, a journey for you. You are going to have and not have whatever is already designed. I don't care if you ask for it, visualize it 100 times. If you get it, it's only because the universe already designed for you to have it in the first place. Because, quite frankly, no one can visualize or ask this. I think this is something in the that Jesus says. I'm just saying it as Jesus as a man. It said a lot of wise things. Can you ask to be 2 inches taller? You can visualize it. You can feel it. You can affirmation it. All of it. Show me somebody that can grow 2 inches taller. So
okay,
what I'm really
right,
saying is,
you're right, because You're right, because I love who I am, and I love what I have, and I know that the universe and God has a plan for everybody.
Let's just talk about you, and let's just talk about me. I believe that, but I want to really say that whatever you have, it's really about you having the vibration of satisfaction, of being satisfied in this moment, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it feels like, because however you're feeling in this moment, you are definitely going to feel that way in a future moment.
Oh, yeah.
So it's also about it's about accepting and being and feeling good about all of it, regardless of what it looks like, because that's an illusion. What it feels like, that's another illusion. It's really about connecting and saying, you know what, I'm loving this journey. One of my favorite quotes, and I say it all the time, you cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. All this is a journey, and let's start enjoying it, regardless of what it looks like. What do you think?
Yes, I do. I know you have other callers, but I just wanted to tell you one thing. Like a couple of years ago. Hold
on. A couple of years ago. Okay, keep going. Go ahead.
A couple of years ago, I started. I opened myself up more when I started meditating, and when I started meditating, I was able to see like I literally saw my archangels, like Michael and Gabrielle in your life, and I had a dream about me meeting Jesus, but I wasn't asleep when I met him, and that's when my life started getting like, and then I realized that I'm here, like, for me, my journey is to, right now, is to help other people.
You know what? You can't help other people before you have to help yourself first.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm telling you, I'm feeling you. You're all about other people. And let me say this. Other people are a distraction from you doing the inside work. Not work, but inside discovery. You're using other people as a distraction. And I'm saying that with a lot of love. Other people, talking about other people, you can't help other people. You're still getting angry.
Help yourself first.
You can't help other people because you just, listen, okay, stop. I got to stop because I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. You can help as many people as are inspired by you. Let me just strike what I just said. But what I really want I love when I'm wrong. I love it. I really do. But what I really want to say is you're still, you talked about getting rid of a relationship or not having a relationship, and somebody warned you about it and you had to let go of it, and you didn't do that with love. You did it with a lot of angst and whatever that was. You're still doing that.
Well, actually, no. I did it with love, but that person in the friendship, he did it with anger. Really bad anger.
No. Well, anyway, okay. I agree with you. I love you. I agree with you. Think about what I said. Other people, I'm telling you right now, they're just talking about, thinking about, blaming other people, talking about other people. They're angry. It's really not about other people, ever. And I love you, James. I love
you too.
Saying that with love. Whew, what a great call. Let me go to my next caller, area code 661. You are live on Reality Spirituality. Hello, what's going on with you, and what's your first name?
Hi, my name is Sherry. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Sherry. What's going on with you? Thank you for calling.
Well, I'm just clearing a bunch of old garbage out before the new year. And I just want to see what you were picking up for me for next year.
Okay, so is this your first time listening to the show, Sherry, my dear?
It is. Yes,
okay.
It is. I'm a first time.
Yay, first time caller. What I want to say is, and let me tell you, I love psychics. I love people that use their gifts to help other people. But one of the things that I don't do on this show is look into the future and talk about what I see. What I do, my dear Sherry, is I can feel where you are right now. I can feel what you are needing from me. I can feel, in other words, what you are needing from me in this moment, not in a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. I'm talking about in this moment.
Perfect.
You follow me?
Perfect. Yeah,
okay.
That's perfect.
Okay, good. And so give me an example of your biggest challenge. What are you challenged by today?
Well, I'm just in life, just repeating old patterns, and I think I found a way to kind of break that, starting with what I feel is forgiveness of old stuff. I didn't really have a specific person. I had some people that I was upset with for some stuff that really happened. It wasn't imagined. But I saw that movie, Saving Mr. Banks, where you sometimes just have to forgive life, just forgive what happened, not necessarily people. And I've been working on that, and it's been a lot easier on me.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that when I start living my life in 2015, starting now, of course, that I'll see different things happening because I'm not just so pissed off at the journey anymore.
I love your honesty, my dear Sherry. So pissed off at this journey. I don't know if you heard my quote earlier. My favorite quote is, "You cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey." And let me talk about this anger thing, okay? Only because that's really big with you. And it's big with you because you also said another word. You said something else that was really, really interesting, forgiveness. Do you know what I learned in 2014, my dear Sherry?
Tell me.
Thank you. I learned that there is, and listen, and I used to lecture, even my latest book, RealitySpirituality, The Truth About Happiness, you can get that on Amazon. I even wrote a chapter in my book about forgiveness. I even gave a lecture about the importance of forgiveness, okay? And do you know what I learned in 2014 while listening to a woman who channels an energy, John Christopher energy? You know what I learned about forgiveness, my dear Sherry? You know what I learned?
What?
There's no such thing.
Because we never forget.
What?
Because we never forget.
Well, no, that's not why. That's not why there's no such thing as forgiveness. There's no such thing as forgiveness. And put your seatbelt on this one because I had to, but I recognized it right away when I heard it because it was the truth. There's no such thing as forgiveness because there are no mistakes and nothing happens that isn't in perfect order. It's all supposed to happen. All of it's good. Everything that happens is good. And so forgiveness, there's no such. Now, man has that concept of forgiveness, but the universe, there's no such thing as forgiveness. That really blew me away. And the woman that shared that with me, she grew up with a mother who used to beat her, who used to torture her, emotionally mean. I mean, you name it. She left the house in her teens just to get away from her mother, who was physically abusive. And she thought she had to forgive her mother, but she realized that there is no such thing as forgiveness. Now, have you heard of Abraham with Esther Hicks? Have you heard of Abraham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
It's the same. She channels the same kind of energy. It's just called something different. Hers is called John Christopher. Abraham is called Abraham. So this energy is the energy that said, so it's not my words, it's not her words, it's the energy saying there's no such thing as forgiveness. It's like Abraham saying there's no such thing as forgiveness, because there's no mistakes and nothing goes, and there's nothing that's happened that isn't supposed to happen. Can you feel that with me? Can you feel that?
Yes, I just read a book called I Am Word, and it talks about that all this has been in the works for a long time, getting me to this point. If that's the case, then all that happened had to happen.
That's right.
And I'm happy right now. So if I'm happy right now, then that means I had to go through what I went through, and that gave me peace.
And that's right. And everything that you went through, and all of your getting pissed off at and anger. Listen, honey, you don't have anger on me, because listen, I would get angry if the wind blew the wrong way. If the wind blew the wrong way, I was pissed off. Okay. So you're talking to somebody that was angry and loved it and reveled in it and, slopped in. I mean, I would love to get angry. Oh, gee, piss me off, please. So I was addicted to getting angry. So don't think that I don't understand, but this getting angry was something I had to do to evolve into, or to expand into this person I am today. And I have to say that it's very, very rare that I get annoyed or angry. Does it happen? Yes, from time to time, when the universe pushes my buttons and it knows that I still have something else to look at within me that I need to address. It's never about anybody else. It's what's going on inside of me. That's why the anger comes out.
Right. And I get that. And frankly, I kind of like the lighter load. I don't know about you.
Well, of course, who doesn't want to be lighter?
Yeah, I just literally feel lighter. And you know what? I love what Louise Hay says. She says, just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you got to hang out.
There you go. You know what it's called, Sherry? You know what it's called? It's called compatible energy. So you are attracted to, or you hang out with energy that is compatible to you. There's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. They're doing their life. They're living their life, and their life is perfect for them. You decide what energy is compatible with you, with Sherry. And guess what, my dear Sherry? Guess what? You know how many friends I have?
How many?
People that I hang with all the time in a regular, 0. Now, I have people in my life that I've known a long time. But do I hang with people? Do I talk to them on the phone all the time? No, because my energy is just so different. I know I can't do that external stimulation. I really can't do that for long periods of time. I can't do that. I'd rather be alone. And I'm pretty personable. I'm pretty friendly, but I'd rather be alone. Right. Or with people that are compatible. And it's not, I have one person in my life that's very compatible with me, but that's it.
Well, I just ran into, through synchronicity, a group of people that have the same vibration that I do. Of course, I don't want to marry them and move in or anything, but we meet once a week for a reading of a book that kind of matches our energy, and that works for me. That's working, and you don't feel so isolated, but at the same time, I stay, doing my thing, and they do their thing. Mm-hmm. So you're not all, but because that is the number one way to get me on my nerves. I just
what's the number one way to get on your nerves, honey? What is that?
Just forcing me to be in a social setting where everybody's competing with egos and women are misunderstanding each other, and I can't. But so I spend a lot of time alone, but I'm hoping there is a mate that matches my vibration, because there's no, I mean, I don't want to do this for the next 50, you know.
Well, you said something earlier about being isolated or feeling isolated, and I could feel your vibration when you talk about, you know, groups and all that. So I want to say two things to you, because listen, I'm in this world all the time. You know, I have a 9 to 5. I'm in this world, in this world, in this world. And it's not impossible, but you know, day to day, people that are compatible with my energy, it's usually a big zero. But I can dab in and I can dab out, and I can go in and I can go out, because why? So let me share an analogy with you. When you go into a dark room, when you go into a pitch black room, and you turn on the light, then the darkness disappears. So the more you expand, the more that you evolve and expand and grow into, you know, this wonderful, listen, we're all expanding and growing. The lighter you will be, and you will be able to step in. Well, hello, hi, how are you doing? Nice to know you, nice, and then step out, and you're not affected at all. Because you said something about gets on your nerves and bothers you, and I just want to throw that out there, that you can, because honestly, the universe gets along with everyone. If you want to use the term God, energy, spirit gets along with everyone, even the murderers, even the people, the terrorists. All of the universe gets along with all. So the lighter you are, the lighter meaning the light, the more you'll be able to. I'm not saying you hang, but you can flow through any kind of social setting and be okay. Does that make sense?
Right, and I'm okay. I don't just fall to pieces or whatever. But, for instance, this same group of people that I'm so glad I ran into, which could not have happened any other way than me going through everything I've done that I just told you. We have a group chat thing going on where we'll start talking throughout the day. In some kind of way, somebody got their little feelings hurt through the text. And I'm just thinking, are you kidding me? You know, and, you know, that sort of thing. It's not that I can't be with them. It's just that, you know, they still, and she said, I'm sorry, please pray for me. I just felt the need to have you tell me you love me, and you didn't say that in text, so my feelings got hurt. And I'm going, wow.
Well, let me say this. People are so cute.
What? I said, what'd you say?
No, I said people are so cute, because that's something else that I was taught. I don't know about you. I was taught that other people can hurt my feelings, and other people can offend me, and other people can make me angry or make me sad. And in reality, no one can hurt my feelings. Absolutely no one can offend me. No one can make me feel a certain way. Absolutely not. But the only reason, this is really a good one. The only reason people say that, in my opinion, people say that you hurt my feelings is they're just trying to control. They're just trying to control other people. My feelings are hurt, so now you acknowledge, and now you don't. You know, you won't make sure you don't do that again. It's just a control mechanism when anybody says you're hurting my feelings.
Yeah, it's a manipulation, and then I was just like,
manipulation, exactly,
yeah.
manipulation.
It reminded me once again why I am so, have trepidations about getting in group settings again. I mean, I still love him. I'm going to meet with the book club Tuesday, but I'm just saying this is typical right there. Well, so let me say this. So one of the things that I do, and then I'm going to go on to another caller. Okay.
No, but this is one of the things that I do, my dear sweet Sherry. There is nothing that I do on a regular basis, absolutely nothing, except if I go to work, or if I have a job, then yes. But meeting in a group every Wednesday, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to know how I'm going to feel on every Wednesday. And what if on that Wednesday I just don't feel like going? In other words, it's and for me it's like being you're a car and you have a full tank of gas and you're ready to take on or you're ready to accept other people. Or sometimes on Wednesdays I'm empty. And if somebody looks at me the wrong way, well, it's my fault because I'm empty. So I'm not going to put myself in a situation where every Wednesday I'm meeting with the book club. I'm just throwing that out there. You can do that. I'm just saying what works for me. And what happens is when I do show up, oh my God, it's like Christmas. Oh, Rebecca's here. Woo! But I show up very rarely. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. So
in other words, no obligations here. You don't need to be obligated to anything. Now, if you want to show up on that Wednesday, then you make that decision on that Wednesday, and you could show up every Wednesday for a year. But for me, that day, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Do I feel accepting of others? Do I feel like I'm embracing others? It's the same thing when I make a phone call to my mother. I'm not going to call my mother when I'm feeling tired or a little on edge. That's when I'm not going to make that phone call because I already know what's going to happen. I mean, her things that she says is going to bother me. So, yeah, I don't make the calls on those kind of at that time. What do you think about that?
I agree. I listen to my body, and when something doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. And that changes day to day.
I love it. I love it. You are a wonderful, wonderful. I love you finding the show, and thank you. You know what? Thank you so much for sharing and being open and honest with my audience. A lot of people aren't, and you're very, the word is disclosed. You disclosed a lot of shit, and yes, I can use that word. You disclosed a lot of shit that a lot of people don't feel comfortable disclosing, so I want to thank you for that.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I got some help, and Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Happy New Cheer. What a great call. Now, I've had a full queue, and of course, through the course of the time, some people have hung up, which I have to accept and be okay with it. It's not personal, and some people just don't want to speak, but that's okay. I'm going to wrap up today's show because it is about new beginnings, new years, new moments. But I want to say that every single moment, my dear listeners, every single moment, my dear audience, my friends, my family that listen to the show, is a new year. You don't have to wait till December 31st, midnight, to start a new year. Every moment in every day can be a new year, a new moment. In fact, I encourage it because living in the present moment means that it is a new moment. It's another way of practicing living in the present. Anytime, unless I'm thinking of something that happened that was just fabulous and made me, brought my vibration up 500 more notches, I am not dwelling. I am not thinking of yesterday. And in fact, you know what the universe has gifted me with? The universe has gifted me with a bad memory. And I am not joking. It is a gift not to remember what happened last week, not to remember what happened 6 months ago. It is a gift. In this you get a little bit older, and your brain, exercise your brain, and you know what? Thank you for the bad memory. if you asked me what I had for breakfast 2 days ago, I would have to really sit and think. I'm trying to think about it now. It's too hard to remember. So having a bad memory is a gift, not only with my life, but with my relationships. Because the only reason that I have a problem, or the only reason that I have angst, or the only reason that I am upset, bothered by someone, and especially if I talk about their behavior, what they did yesterday or 2 days ago or last week or a month ago, that's all on me. Why the hell am I remembering and dragging into my future and dragging into my present moment yesterday, especially if yesterday was, now I'm going to use this word, this is my favorite, especially if yesterday was some bullshit. Why am I dragging bullshit into this new moment? Yeah, I said it. It's a new year. I'm going to throw out a couple of choice words. It's very simple to look to you know, this life is easy. It's simple. It's not complicated. You can feel the difference between peace. Are you creating more peace, or are you creating more drama? Are you accepting, or are you judging? Are you embracing, or are you comparing? The latter will always subtract from your happiness. Every moment in my life, my intention is to experience more of a connection, more peace, more happiness, more contentment, more. And I ask the universe every single day, what else is possible? How can I experience more? How can I be more connected to, live with, be the example of, again, I want to be a human example of the universe. How can I be more of the universe? How can I accept more? How can I expand more? All of it. And when I ask a question, a universal question, and you can tell the difference. A universal question would be, universe, how can I be more accepting of others? And a man-made question would be, how can I, where is my house? Where is my money? Now listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with let me throw that out. If you're asking with the vibration of satisfaction, if you're asking with the vibration of, I'm loving where I am and what else is there for me to experience. I'm loving what is in front of me. I'm loving what I'm experiencing, and I would love to even experience more. Whatever that more is, whatever that more looks like, whatever that more feels like. I don't like to define it, because the definition, quite frankly, is too limited, too limiting. At least that's what I want to say. Reality Spirituality in 2015. I haven't figured out if I'm going to continue the Saturday and Sunday show, because usually Saturday I have a guest, and Sunday it's just me and you, my dear listeners. But again, I'll figure that out when I'm inspired to figure it out. But I haven't figured it out now. But I really appreciate and love my listeners and my audience, and you're more than listeners to me. You're more than an audience. You're my Reality Spirituality family, and I appreciate and I'm grateful for every one of you that listen. Whether it's a few listeners a week, whether it's hundreds of listeners a week, whether it's thousands of listeners a year, the number really doesn't matter. My ego cares about a number, but as long as, I've told the story before, the universe is listening to this show. And it doesn't matter who's listening, and it doesn't, I'm really open to just surrendering, which is a huge, huge, huge way to live, is just surrendering to all of it. And I have to share that I didn't used to be like this. Oh, hell no. What? I would always want to control. I would always want to put in my 2 cents. Hey, universe, I'm elbowing the universe. Hey, universe, I want some of this. How about some of that? Because I always thought that I knew what was best for me. And I've given up. I do know what's best, and that is to remain connected to the universe, and that is to nurture my relationship with the universe and to accept it all and to be okay with my life, whatever it looks like and whatever it feels like, and just to be the example. I do accept that, and that's my resolution for 2015, is just to be more of that. Just to be more open. You can go to my website at www.RebeccaNorrington.com. That's RebeccaNorrington. If you've enjoyed the show, and I know that you have, go to Facebook, Reality Spirituality, and like Reality Spirituality's Facebook page, if you feel inspired to. I want you to remember now and forever who you are. You, my dear listener, my dear audience, my dear friend, you are a physical extension of the universe. You're always evolving. You're always changing. You're always expanding. You're always growing. You're different today than you were yesterday. Love is patient. And love is kind. Be patient and be kind to yourself. Be your own best friend. And as Abraham says, remember, you cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. Let's connect again next week, 2015. Happy New Year. I love you, audience. Let's talk again next week. You've been listening to Reality Spirituality. Thank you all. Happy New Year! Woohoo!
Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. It's the new experience. Reality Spirituality. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one now. Reality Spirituality. You got a question for RLN? Reality Spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Reality Spirituality. Oh, now we getting real. Getting real. Reality Spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get down. Reality Spirituality. Yeah, you gonna feel good now. Real.